channel. Welcome to Talkinsen. It's me, Ogechi. Hi talkies, how are you? Yes, we now have a name. If you didn't know, we now have a name. Our name is now called Talkies, and Talkies are people who are bright, smart, intelligent, critical thinkers, people who are not afraid to share their opinion and do all the good things that they want to do in life. So basically my channel is obviously about giving advice that sustains. So if you're a talkie, you're a person that is able to give a substantial advice that supports and helps other people. Okay, so hi, welcome back to my channel. Welcome to Talkinsen. It's me, Ogechi. Welcome. So for this video, I just want to touch up on something that was made clear in my mind whilst I was getting ready today. And it's a case of learning how to ride on grace. You know, when people say that one should, when people say that people use other people to climb ladders, like maybe career climbers, people that climb on other people's back to get what they want. And as I was reflecting on it, it brought to my mind that there is nothing wrong with that. Okay, obviously you have to be genuine and do the things that you do in genuine manner and the right way. So this video, I am going to advise you to learn to be a grace rider. Okay, ride on grace. Learn to ride on grace. I am not actually going to dissuade you to do otherwise. If you are someone that is able to use other people's grace and glory to get to your destination, there is nothing wrong with it, as I mentioned. However, it is wrong if you're actually using those people and not helping them along the way. So let's say, for example, you use the person, you dump the person, and you keep it going. That is not the godly way to go about it. Here is the godly way to be a grace rider. Okay, learn to ride on grace. First, let me share a little bit story about myself. I am someone who has been pleasured and been opportuned to be able to be in places and spaces that other people have made way for me. Okay, I believe that if someone else has made way for you, there is no need for you to start recreating or trying to start again from where the person started. You just need to start from where the person stopped. Okay, and keep moving. So what does it mean to be a grace rider? Is someone that is able to tap into other people's graces and utilize it for their own good. Okay, not for bad, for their own good and the good of the person they are using that grace for. So here is my own take. As a child, I do remember the type of family I come from is the type of family that will introduce you to every other members of their family, both extended and immediate. So usually during, sometimes during Christmas, you go from family to family, just find out who your neighbors are, who your maybe relatives are, even your father's friend, your grandfather's friends. That's the type of family I come from. So with that in mind, there was a time where my mother, I think I was after school, I was coming back, I think I was coming back from school with her or some place we were coming back from, and then she went ahead to introduce me to I think it's a distant family friend or somewhere that used to be good friends with her father. And so we got acquainted, and we just sat there, had food, just got to know the family, went around the compound, have fun, and we went back. Now, after that day, this is some things that we used to do. Like, let's say if you don't have things that you're doing, just go and visit that your family friend or family person. I really would encourage it. It will help your children a lot. If you're a parent, listen to me. And if you're a young person, it will help you a lot if you're able to connect with your extended family and also family friends that your family has built good rapport with, and you know they feel safe for you to go there. So in this situation, I remember coming back from home after school. Sorry, coming back from school. Sorry, not coming back from after school, sorry. Sorry, listen, once again, I would like to apologize if this video is not in focus, because I've tried my best and I'm not going to keep ignoring doing videos because I don't understand what is happening to my camera nowadays. So please do pardon me, but I'm just shooting this video in the faith and in the belief that it will work out. So continue with my story. Sorry. Continue with my story. So after school, this was when I was in primary school. So after school, I went ahead I went to this family friend's house. And obviously, after the introduction, they welcomed me in and I got to know them. I sat there, ate, as I waited for my mom to finish, because my mom was a teacher. So I waited for her to finish her own time in school and come back. So I stayed there, and whenever it was close to her coming back from school, from her teaching job, I went home. So I continued this every now and then. And then that taught me something, because I learned that one thing is, there is a way that has been paved for me to enjoy. I literally used to go to their thing, eat anything, from fruits to anything that they could serve me. I had them. And I felt safe and I felt comfortable. Why? Because I saw that my mom felt safe and felt comfortable. And the reason why I said so, because it's not everywhere she eats. So in that place, she ate and she relaxed and she married with them. So that was my point of contact, point of knowing this place is good to go. Good to go. So it's just those little gestures and places that your parents allows you to know who to feel comfortable and safe with, without them teaching you about it. You just need to use. That's why I keep saying to any person or any young person, you need to understand the family you come from. You need to be able to understand your parents. It's difficult as a child, but with time you understand those little things that they do. Sometimes they're not in vain, other times they are. Okay, so basically that's literally where I said start learning to ride on grace. Now, following on from there, even prior to that, I do find that sometimes whenever I go to places where sometimes other people or peers of mine or even my fellow friends are not necessarily welcomed with open arms, I am welcomed. And the reason why I discovered was people always pointed out to my grandfather being a good person, and my grandmother as well. So once I said my ancestral background, the door was open for me to go in. So I learned it as I grew older, and now that I'm reflecting on it, it's very important to ride on grace. They made the way. They paved the relationship. Why do I have to try and not use that grace to do things I want to do? Literally, I mean, considering I'm the type of person that kind of mingle and get along with anyone and everyone, it worked out for my good. Anywho, so basically for this video, what did I say? Learn to ride on grace. Okay, so that is the advice I'm going to give. Alright, so that's the first thing I say, learn to ride on grace. And the reason why I say so is because it will be for your own benefit. That's why I think I find it very annoying when I see people waste opportunities provided to them by others effort. Listen, I'll appreciate the others' effort and I'll use it for my own advantage. And I think you should do the same thing. Now, as I was even reflecting it came to me on multiple things. Like coming now to a religious perspective. One is that Jesus paved the way for us. Why do you want to be the one to continue sacrificing? The sacrifice was made way. That's us learning to ride on grace. All of us do that. Okay, the things that we were meant to pay for, we are no longer paying for it. Do you know, before, if you think of it, before people used to do things based on the law and social orders of the day without considering the religious morals at times to it. And even those religious morals were not even helping. Let's use the example, the woman that was a prostitute that was brought to Jesus for stoning. Now, in that story, we learned that Jesus, by questioning those people's conscience, was able to allow them to see beyond their own thoughts, their own laws and stuff like that, and have compassion. Now, in situation like that, this is where I say grace paved the way. Because in that situation, it probably meant that not necessarily, at least in our modern time, not every time that someone commits an atrocity, we just stone the person to death. It meant that there is things like, let's say for example, rather than having death sentence, there's things like life sentence, which still gives opportunity for people to change their behaviors. We have compassionate laws, we have compassionate morals that allows people to have opportunity to change themselves, okay, and to think of what they're doing and retract from it. So these are all simple ways that grace performs that we do not know. You may not see it in that way, but I'm telling you, that's grace in action. Another thing is that Jesus also told, so Jesus in the told what's his name again? Jesus told Peter that he was going to pray for him. To me, that is a way of riding on grace, so that he doesn't fall into temptation, okay, and so that his faith, even when he falls into temptation, his faith doesn't go. That's a way of riding on grace, other people doing the work for you, so that you can be able to do that which you are supposed to do in your own life. So to me, that's another way of grace in action, because without Jesus' prayer for Peter, Peter would have perhaps lost faith altogether, may not have recovered, but he prayed for his soul. So basically, when you have intercessory prayers, intercessors in prayer, these are people who are helping you to ride on their grace, their skills, their faith, their ability to pray and make things happen. Okay, so these are all ways that we do grace riding. And then we also come again in the story of Esther. Esther's story is also about grace, grace in action. Whilst she's the one that took on the task of fasting and telling the whole Israelites to do so. Without her presence, the Israelites in that situation would not have survived what was going to come to them, because the declaration was to kill them at a certain day. Okay, so that is again grace in action. She was in a place of grace, in a place of position that was able to open up this opportunity for her to even be able to talk to the king and change his mind and stuff like that. That is all part of grace in action. So what am I saying? When people have paved the way for you to live and do things easier, okay, don't waste those things. Learn to ride on their grace. Don't let no one shame you about taking other people's things that they have worked for. Many people do that every single time. Okay, let's say for example, if I'm to bring it to social matters, let's say every social rights that had been fought, okay, for either, let's say for women to either vote, or for women to have voices, have jobs that are not just domestic jobs. Those people are the people that fought the fight. It's us that are now living now to continue to ride on their grace. This is what I'm talking about. The work that they work, because there would have been no point for them to fight if there are no people to carry out the benefits. Okay, so basically this also comes to like people that fought for minority issues and stuff like that, that is still helping people now to live more freely, happy and more cohesive as a community and as a society. So basically my thing here is to learn to ride on grace. Don't be ashamed of it. When people have paved the way, I've mentioned in different videos where people paved the way for me in the school that permitted for some of the head teacher to be permissible to allow me to enter into the school despite being late to school and other things. So listen, don't waste it though, if I must add. Once that grace is given to you, your job is not to stop waste it. Don't waste it, utilize it to your utmost ability. And yeah, don't waste it. Don't waste it. Don't let it stop on you. If possible, continue to make way for other people. Continue to push the way and continue to allow more graces to be awarded to others who are either coming before you or who are still, like, who maybe have come before you or who are coming behind you. Okay, because even your present position, you can still help those who have gone before you. Okay, maybe the things that they couldn't achieve in their time, you're able to achieve it in your own time. That's the whole point of me talking about grace. There are multiple ways that we can ride on grace. Okay, there are different Bible examples for it. But basically what I'm saying is where the sacrifice has been made for you to have something that you on a normal situation would not be given to or even have, utilize it. Your parents make those sacrifices, utilize their own sacrifices. There is no need for you to start again. And even I may add, I know some people tend to say like, oh, I want to do better than my parents and stuff like that. Please note that you're not your parents, you can never be your parents, you cannot do better than them. They are different individuals to you. Okay? You can only do better than yourself. So let's don't put that in your mind as if like you're trying to outdo your parents, because the circumstances they faced in their lifetime may not be the same circumstances you face. This is why I find it very interesting that most young people, when they have issues with their parents as a youth, when they get older or have their own children, they start understanding the situation and they become more of a best friends with their parents actually. So basically what I'm saying is they're all individual. So whatever sacrifices and graces that they have been able to get for you to live and do well in life, use them. Don't waste it. At least to your best ability, okay? That's literally my video. Thank you so much and hope this video helps someone. Do you see what I'm saying? I've tried my best. But this thing is just not stressing. It's just like, it's not playing ball with me. Anyways, yeah, thank you so much. I hope this video helps someone and continue to ride on grace. Don't be ashamed of it, okay? If someone says that you're, what's it called, a user, don't worry. People are meant to be used. What? But obviously for good, as I mentioned, there is something called bad user and good user. Bad user is the person that will use you and dump you and keep shifting and keep taking and not giving. A good user is someone that will utilize that which you are doing to propel you and help you in life and also help themselves as well. Okay? Thank you. Take care. And another video. Signing off, Talkinsen. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Okay? Thank you. Bye.